today we have been joined by the cast of Ramula from.
Pittakathalu.
Pittakathalu.
First off, let me say what a brilliant concept this film is, because it really defines how characters are flawed and how you can, never be sure of anyone's intentions. So take us through the ideation of the story and how did the characters come up?
Hey Rishida, so I'll start off. I've written the film and directed it. I'm Tarun, so I
He might have an idea how that happened. Yeah.
I really wanted to look at characters in a different light, and I've seen series like Fargo and Coen Brothers work and everything, and you see some kind of three-dimensionality in the characters there. You see flaws, and you see their defects, and that's what makes them human, right? So I thought maybe this time when we have this freedom in this OTT space and we have 30 minutes to showcase, I really wanted to take an event that I heard around, that happens around in the rural communities, and actually talk about the characters there, situate them in that particular place, and see what kind of conflicts and pressures they can go through. And I didn't have to do anything. I really had to put all the observations onto the paper. It flowed very organically for me. And I think the rest was done by the entire team. And I'm here representing the team of my film and these amazing production designer and amazing cinematographer. The entire team came together as a family with the crew and the cast, and all of us contributed, and we put in honest effort to try and be as real as possible, and those little additions actually created a very realistic world. I'm very happy with the way it's come out.
That's wonderful. I thoroughly enjoyed the story, and especially how each character has been written so wonderfully with their personalities. It really shines on the screen. The film presents us with a roller coaster ride, because on the one hand there is sympathy,
Right.
and on the other hand you are quite shocked by the end of it, because it's basically you have all these emotions that are presented to you on the screen. It's a very emotionally charged film. So, and the film basically transcends your expectations and presents us with a very unique narrative. So was this the main thought behind the film, to shock audiences?
Yeah, so definitely the shock factor was there, because that's what reeled me in towards writing the story. When I heard events like this that transpire around us, we get shocked. But what shocks us more is if we go into their lives and treat them like actual human beings and empathize with them, the shock is even more. So even towards the end, as we reach the climax, it's inevitable what's going to happen. But still you get that shock because it can happen. It's happened around us. And somewhere deep down in your mind, you know that this is already happening right now as we speak, somewhere in some kind of community. So that was definitely the reason why I chose the script also.
Lakshmi ma'am, tell me about Swarupa Akka, because
Nicely.
she, I mean, oh my god, she has to be one of my favorite villains. Because she, the way there is a very prominent, I don't know, I felt it, because there is a very prominent Christian metaphor also, because when she was advising Ramala on what to do, she was cutting an apple and she was giving it to her.
Nice.
And the connection was there, the Garden of Eden, the lover's demise and everything. It was
That's a happy
very
coincidence. Huh? Very nice.
So, how did you kind of see your character? What was the idea behind portraying such a powerful and cunning character like Swarupa Akka?
What do you mean cunning? I was just such a straightforward, sweet, gentle, caring for the other person. I don't think anybody can really do anything thinking they're doing bad. It's about saving your back. You
Right.
are doing good. Only then.
Survival of the fittest.
Survival of the fittest. Unless you're going and murdering people so for me, I played a very straightforward. He hurt you, we'll hurt them back. No, we're not going to take this laying down. And so, because throughout the film you show, like even when she's introduced, in a man's world, and how everybody else is sitting in a different place, and they offer me a different space. I'm trying to word my words correctly so I don't give away much. Because it's only 38 minutes and I want everybody to be curious about it. And then Tarun, I mean, you when you have faith in your director and the way he wants to portray you. I mean, Vivek Sagar did the music, like, when I entered, it was like when the music that accompanied me, the way Niket used his lens on me, and it really tells a story in so many ways than what you see to the naked eye, and you embrace it. You get menacing. You get you see. I became your favorite. I did my job right.
Oh, yes, completely. Tell me about the lovers' dynamic between Sanve and Abhay. I mean, how did that kind of blossom? Because there is a lot going on between the lovers.
Yes.
There is quarrel, there is a want, there is a desire, but there is this resistance also towards that want and desire.
Yeah.
So, how do you kind of see that character dynamic? How do you see that through the lens of today's India, through the lens of the audience that will watch your film and will probably relate to the lovers?
Yeah, so that's what it has been very clear in my mind that when it comes down to rural villages, they do not compartmentalize relationships yet, like how the urban cities do. They do not have something, they don't label a live-in relationship, or it's too much of a taboo. They're very alien to such concepts. So they can't really articulate their emotions. They only imitate film, which has been a huge impact for them. And that's why he says break up. He doesn't even know the spelling of it, but he says break up, B-R-A-K-K. Because you would have seen it in some Shah Rukh Khan's film or something. He doesn't know it, but he just wants to get away with her, That's his way of showing anger. So they're very naive in a way that they want to probably be like the couples that they see in the films or whatever, but they can't really compartmentalize things for their own this thing. And they don't take it. They just think it's an on and off button. They don't see the gray shades of a relationship. And I think they're in a very confused state where they cannot express, they cannot communicate what their true intentions are to the outside world and to themselves also. So they probably need some events for them to actually say that this is what I want. This has happened. I mean, I've overheard conversations. I've heard stories of people eloping, and I've seen some phone call conversations on YouTube also, which were an inspiration. So their banter, their colloquial conversation is very funny because they don't know how to properly express themselves as much as us in this urban setting. So
Brought the concept of funny. I mean, that was very present in the narrative. I mean, it's a serious matter that the narrative is trying to weave, but there is comedy present. Why
Right.
was comedy an important part of the narrative that you wanted to tell us?
See, because it transitions from humor only. Because if we are having a conversation and if we talk about the trivial problems of somebody in a village, we automatically laugh. Imagine that they're standing there and this girl's gone to the theater but sitting 2 seats away from them. Automatically there's a smile on your face, and then we introduce the brother. This fellow is getting slippered by this person. We laugh at it because it's trivial for us, and that's the way it transitions. Because imagine that from their perspective. Imagine Ramula's conditioning. She would have gone through hell. She would have told a bunch of lies to cover up to her brother and gone to that theater. Her heart rate would have been 140 there. But we are laughing, right? So it takes time for us to empathize with characters. So I was very conscious to bring it in like that. A very voyeuristic approach towards them, and as a third person, observe them, laugh at them, and then you slowly close in on to their lives, and then you start seeing the seriousness of this thing, right? So that's what draws us in also. You first find something funny about some person, and then you kind of get to understand the problems that they have, and then you empathize with them. So I'm glad that it came out that way. It was a nice experiment. So.
With Netflix, small town political ambitions become public,
Yes.
and so do an Indian society, which is very intimate to us. So, how do you map the global reaction to such a story, and which presents women in a darker undertone?
I think everybody from every part of the world will understand this, because imagine that somebody from Europe or America is coming down to India and they visit the rural parts of our country and they interact with characters here. Automatically they understand the social stigma, the taboo, they understand what they're going through, because ultimately we're all human, right? Everything that we impose on ourselves is just man-made. Societal rules and everything is just man-made. I am a firm believer that if I go to any part of the world, even without understanding their language, I am definitely going to understand their emotion and sympathize with them. Similarly, if we have shown this content in the most honest form possible, I'm pretty sure with subtitles or without subtitles, people will understand the characters and understand what's going through them and understand what significance it holds. It's very important to go local and try to bring out the culture that we have, because that's the only difference we can show to the global platform. Because we can try and emulate them, but they've already done a better job at it. So if we dig deeper into our culture, that's something new that we can present. So that was the idea behind doing this also.
If I was to pitch this as a movie to DC, I think even they will like it. So yeah, thank you for joining with me on this platform. And yeah, I loved your film. I hope that this film impacts people the way it impacted me, and I hope it brings a lot of the conversations that we are not having right now to the table. So yeah, and thank you so much for your answers.
Thank you.
I'm excited with the rest of the audience that will get to see your movie for the first time and will get to experience the emotions for the first time.
Yay!
Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you.